I copied someone's edit, word for word, same everything. His version got 3 million views. My version got 500,000 views. He made $60 from it, I made $500 from it. And when I told him that, his exact words to me were, "This is the story of one of the most skilled editors that I know who's getting paid $60 per reel that he edits. No matter how viral his content gets, he's been earning $60 per reel for years." This video isn't gonna expose anyone. It's a wake-up call for every single clipper or short-form editor who's stuck on a retainer wondering why the money isn't growing. Before I tell you the story, you need to understand why I'm qualified to even tell you this. I've spent the last few years clipping content for some of the biggest names on the internet. Andrew Tate, Iman Gadzhi, Luke Belmar. Generated over 400 million views doing this. Made over $132,000 from clipping alone. Got quoted in Forbes for my expertise in the space. Partnered with Russell Brunson to build him a clipping course. And I run a community of about 40,000 clippers who I teach this skill every single day. I've been on both sides of this game. I've been the editor getting underpaid, I've been the guy charging retainers, and now I'm the guy figuring out which model actually works. So when I tell you there's a better way to make money from clipping than charging $60 per reel, it's because I've lived in every stage of this game. Now let me tell you about my friend. I'm not gonna name this person of course because he's a close friend of mine and I respect his work. But I need to tell you this story because there's thousands of editors who are stuck in the same exact spot, getting underpaid for their work. So this guy has been editing for Jack Neal over the past few years. If you don't know who Jack Neal is, he has one of the biggest podcasts on YouTube right now. He was Jack Neal's main editor, bringing in hundreds of millions of views every single month, and his skill set is genuinely impressive. Pacing, hooks, music selection, everything is on point. This guy knows what he's doing. Jack Neal's brand wouldn't have been the same without him. His deal? Pretty simple. He gets paid $60 per reel that he makes. Doesn't matter if he gets 2 million views or 600 views, he gets paid $60. He makes about 60 reels every single month, so his monthly retainer comes to about 3.6k. Now, I'm not saying that 3.6k is bad money, but when you understand the views that he's generating, the value that he brings to Jack Neal's brand, you'll understand why I'm making this video. So here's what happened. Jack Neal launched a clipping campaign on Content Rewards. If you don't know what Content Rewards is, it's basically a huge platform that hosts hundreds of active campaigns. You literally go on this website, find any campaign that you want, clip the content of that campaign, post it onto TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, and you get paid for the views that you generate. Anyway, Jack Neal launched a campaign on this platform and he was paying every single clipper that joined this campaign $2 per 1,000 views. So I joined it. We were given a specific podcast to clip and post. I went on to look Jack Neal's main page and I saw the edits that my friend made that were getting millions of views from that podcast. I downloaded the podcast, I edited up the same exact video, the same exact moment, word for word, bar for bar, and I got 500,000 views, while he got 3 million views. But here's where it gets painful. He gets paid $60 flat rate. I made $500 with 6 times fewer views. Still made 8 times more money than him. Now let's zoom that out and look at his entire month. He makes 60 reels a month at $60 each. That's about $3,600 a month. If this guy even averages 200 to 500k views per reel, which based on that 3 million viewed video, he probably is. Let's do the math on what he could be making. With 60 reels a month, he's making $3,600 while he could be making $30,000. Even if half his videos only get 100,000 views, that's still over $20,000. That's the difference between getting paid a retainer and getting paid for your performance. Here's what I need every clipper or short form editor to understand. Retainers feel safe. You know exactly how much you're going to be making every single month. You don't have to worry about the views. You don't have to worry about the performance. If you don't get views, you can just blame it on the client. Say, he just has shit content. I can't do anything else about it. You have tons of reasons to not perform. And I get it because I've been there myself too. You literally just do the work and get paid regardless of your performance. But that safety becomes a ceiling. When you're on a retainer, it doesn't matter if your videos start doing 5 million views, 10 million views, you are still getting paid $60 per reel. And here's the part that nobody talks about. The person paying you that retainer, he knows exactly how much those views are worth to him. They're making money off your work way more than they're paying you. That's the whole point of hiring you on a flat rate. The better you get, the more profitable you become for them, but not for you. I'm gonna be honest, I've been on both sides. There was a time that I was charging retainers starting from $2,000 a month to about $6,000 a month, simply to clip for other brands and influencers. At its peak, I was making like $9,000 a month just from clipping and I thought I was winning. But even at $9,000 a month, I hit a wall. I was editing between 12 to 16 hours every single day. My income was capped by how many hours I could work. You don't understand how hard it is. I was basically a glorified employee, and the clients that I was generating millions of views for were making way more than that they were paying me. And as I said, at my peak on retainers, I was making $9,000 a month, and that sounds super good until you realize the views that I was generating were actually worth 10 times that. Matter of fact, a retainer pays you for your time. Performance-based pays you for your results. The difference between those two models is the difference between making a living, slaving away editing for 12 hours a day, and building actual wealth. So after my video did its numbers, I DM'd my friend, and I genuinely wanted him to understand what is possible with this platform. I told him straight that I edited the same exact clip that he made, and I literally copied his idea, and I made so much more money than him. His response was, whoa, what the f am I actually doing? And honestly, that hit me, because this guy isn't lazy. He's not a bad editor. I've known this guy since the beginning of my own journey. He's one of the most skilled clippers I know in the space. He brings in most of the views for Jack Neal's whole brand. He's been doing this for years. He's consistent, he's reliable, every single box ticks off. He's just on the wrong deal. And the worst part, he wasn't even mad at me. He was mad at himself. Mad that he'd been doing this for years without questioning it. Mad that nobody ever told him there was a better way. And that conversation is exactly why I'm making this video. Because there are thousands of editors right now who are stuck in the same exact spot. Talented people, consistent people, people whose videos are doing millions of views, and they're collecting $20, $30, maybe $60 per video, while someone else with less skills than them, with less experience than them, is profiting way more of the same exact thing. So what's the alternative? Where should this guy or any other editor stuck in this same exact place actually be at? There's a platform called Content Rewards. It's where I made $500 from the exact clip that I copied off my friend. But this story is the perfect example of why this even exists in the first place. Content Rewards connects you directly with brands and creators who want their content clipped. But instead of paying you a flat rate, they pay you based on the views that you generate. $1 to $5 per 1,000 views, depending on a campaign. You sign up for free, pick a campaign, you clip the content, post it on TikTok, Instagram and YouTube, and you get paid based on how well your videos perform. There's a payout protection built in, so these brands deposit their campaign budgets before the campaign even goes live. So your money is secured before you even start creating. You're not chasing invoices, you're not hoping someone pays you. No. It's already there, waiting for you to grab it. There's over 200,000 active creators right now on this platform. Over $1 million was spent on clippers the past month alone. And if you're thinking, yeah, but I don't even know how to get started with this clipping stuff, I have no experience. Content Rewards actually teaches you inside of the platform. No fluff, no theory, just real editors breaking it down. You've got Jack Cole with almost over 500,000 followers, showing you how to edit. You've got Vlad, he runs faceless channels, has over 3 million followers, makes over $20,000 a month from it. They walk you through everything. Finding viral moments, cutting clips, posting, getting paid, all step by step, completely for free. So even if you're starting from zero, you're not left guessing. You get the playbook from people that are actually doing it. This isn't just a theory. Emil started with less than 100 followers. He made $16,000 in under 3 months. Otto made $4,000 from a single 20-second video. Now imagine what Jack Neal's editor would have made on this platform. A guy who is actively generating millions of views. A guy who already has this skill. He just needs to point it at the right place. And the thing is, he didn't even need to quit his retainer tomorrow. He could keep editing for Jack Neal and post his own clips on Content Rewards regardless. The two aren't mutually exclusive, but once he sees his first Content Rewards payout compared to his flat rate, I think we both know which one of the two he's going to be prioritizing. If you're watching this and you are on a retainer right now working for some influencers, I'm not telling you to quit right away. Retainers can be quite nice for some time and give you some feeling of stability. But if you're skilled enough that your videos are even getting hundreds of thousands of views every single month and you're still getting paid a flat rate for that, you need to seriously ask yourself one question. Who's actually benefiting from your skill? You or the person who hired you? Because the moment you start getting paid for your performance and not your time, everything changes. Your income scales with your ability. The better you get, the more you make. There's no ceiling. And that's what I wish someone told me 3 years ago when I was generating hundreds of millions of views, clipping for Andrew Tate, and not getting paid a single penny for any of those views. If you want to start getting paid for your performance, click the link in the description and sign up for Content Rewards. It is completely free. You don't need any followers. You don't need any upfront costs. You just pick a campaign, post clips, and get paid. And if you're thinking, oh, but I'm already on a retainer and I'm making good money, cool, keep it. But at least test this on the side. Post a few clips, see what happens, and compare the numbers yourself. I think you'll have the same reaction that my friend did.